Chapter 16. The Meaning of Life. Interrogating the foundations of meaning. The question of life's meaning has been contemplated for millennia by philosophers, theologians, and scientists alike. While some propose a predetermined purpose tied to divine will or cosmic order, others argue that meaning is subjective, shaped by individual experiences and social constructs. The truth, however, is that no universal answer exists. Perhaps meaning is not something to be discovered, but something we must actively construct throughout our lives. A while ago, I encountered an article by John Riley and Jeffrey Klempner, which explored some of the most profound philosophical inquiries of our time. Among them was a particularly thought-provoking proposition by Michael, a contributor to the discussion. He posed the dilemma: given that reality is immense in comparison to myself, it is obvious that I am not the most important thing in existence. Therefore, my personal experiences, love, happiness, ambition, are insignificant. So what is most important then? If not personal, then what? This question underscores a common existential tension. If individual lives are ephemeral and ultimately minuscule in the grand scheme of the universe, does anything we do truly matter? To answer this, we must first define what matters and whether meaning should be pursued from a personal or collective standpoint. Subjective and objective meaning. The debate between subjective and objective meaning is central to existential philosophy. Subjectivists, such as Jean-Paul Sartre, argue that meaning is self-determined. Each individual is responsible for assigning purpose to their existence. In contrast, objectivists posit that meaning must be derived from something external, such as morality, religion, or universal truths. From a psychological standpoint, subjective meaning is closely tied to personal fulfillment and self-actualization. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that individuals who actively cultivated a sense of purpose, whether through relationships, creative endeavors, or community involvement, reported significantly higher levels of life satisfaction. Conversely, those who measured meaning purely through external success or comparison to societal standards experienced greater existential distress. Beyond the individual, meaning in the collective. Despite the emphasis on self-derived meaning, human beings are inherently social creatures. Studies in evolutionary psychology suggest that our drive for connection, cooperation, and contribution to something beyond ourselves is hardwired into our nature. Meaning, therefore, is often found not in isolation, but in our relationships and the legacies we leave behind. Consider the impact of historical figures such as Jesus Christ or Charles Darwin. Their ideas transcended their personal lives, shaping entire civilizations and scientific paradigms. Their influence persists, not because they sought personal validation, but because their contributions had a lasting effect on humanity. This reinforces the idea that while individual experiences are transient, collective impact has the potential for endurance. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Human Flourishing confirmed that individuals who engaged in activities that contributed to the well-being of others, whether through mentorship, altruism, or intellectual contributions, experienced a heightened sense of fulfillment. This suggests that meaning is often amplified when it extends beyond the self. The paradox of belonging. However, participation in collective meaning comes with a trade-off. As social beings, we often suppress aspects of our individuality to conform to broader societal expectations. Whether in familial structures, professional settings, or cultural institutions, individuals routinely navigate the tension between personal autonomy and collective belonging. The cost of meaning, then, is compromise. We negotiate between self-interest and community values, between independence and interdependence. This is particularly evident in relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, where a balance between self-expression and mutual responsibility must be maintained. The African proverb, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together," encapsulates this paradox. The pursuit of meaning may be swift in solitude, but its depth and longevity are most often realized in shared experiences and contributions to something greater than oneself. The existential challenge: making peace with uncertainty. One of the most difficult aspects of the search for meaning is the inevitability of uncertainty. The existentialist philosophers Sartre, Camus, and Kierkegaard emphasized that the human condition is marked by an inherent lack of clarity. We do not enter life with an instruction manual. Instead, we must forge our own path, often in the absence of clear answers. This uncertainty can be both liberating and terrifying. It means that there is no fixed purpose assigned to us, yet it also grants us the freedom to define our own meaning. Rather than seeing uncertainty as a source of distress, it can be reframed as an invitation to explore, to question, and to create meaning actively rather than passively awaiting its revelation. Practical strategies for cultivating meaning. Given that meaning is neither universally prescribed nor passively discovered, how can one actively engage in meaning-making? Some guiding questions include: what impact do I wish to leave on the world? Are my actions aligned with my personal values and principles? In what ways do my relationships contribute to my sense of fulfillment? If my achievements and possessions were stripped away, what intrinsic values would remain? For some, meaning is cultivated through service, helping others, advocating for change, or fostering deep connections. For others, it manifests in intellectual pursuits, artistic expression, or the mastery of a craft. The common denominator is intentionality, the conscious effort to live in accordance with what feels meaningful rather than passively accepting prescribed ideals. Final considerations: the constructed nature of meaning. One of the most liberating realizations is that meaning is not a fixed entity. It is fluid, evolving as we grow, learn, and engage with the world. There is no single narrative that dictates the purpose of life, only the ones we choose to embrace. A central tenet of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, 1946, is the idea that meaning is not found, but made. Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, argued that even in the face of suffering, individuals could cultivate meaning through perspective, resilience, and the pursuit of purpose beyond themselves. If there is one conclusion to be drawn, it is this: the meaning of life is not a singular answer to be uncovered, but an ongoing process of creation. It is something we construct through our choices, relationships, and contributions. At the end of our journey, the most profound question may not be, what was the meaning of life? But rather, did I make my life meaningful? Reflection. Prompts. What are the moments in your life that have felt most meaningful? What common themes emerge? Are you living in alignment with your core values, or are external pressures shaping your path? How can you integrate more purpose-driven actions into your daily life? If today were your last day, how would you want to be remembered? How do you navigate uncertainty in your search for meaning? The meaning of life is an open invitation, an opportunity to engage, to contribute, and to define significance in a way that resonates uniquely with you. And perhaps, in the process of creating meaning, we find that the question itself was never as important as the journey it inspired.